G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we will be looking at the Maketoys MTRM EX13 Lightning, their remaster version of their Thundercracker. This guy is very similar to Skywarp. He has the same issue, which I will not go on as much as I did last time, not that that was a lot. But before I can start anything else, I know this is a couple of days early before it happens, but I hope everyone has a merry and happy Christmas and you get all the toys and figures you want, if not more. So let's get down to our quick bit of size comparison. There he is with Windblade. He does come with a lot of accessories, pretty much all the same accessories that all the rest came with, or Skywarp anyway. There is your flight stand. Here is your additional faces. Some of those faces are nice. I do like this one, which is sort of with a face, but I hate that it's not in metallic. There is his big head, with the face looks absolute crap, honestly. Well, the expression anyway. And then here is his original head, more sulky. I will point out he is using, as Skywarps, he is using my remaining Starscream's metallic face. So just beware. You can, of course, take this piece and basically plug that up in there. These go into these holes, and you can use the flight stand, but I'm not going to fiddle around with that. I'll waste too much time. Of course, he does have blast effects. We'll come back to that in a second, but of course, you can't use these on the non-null rays. Well, the transformed null rays, let's call it that. So there we go. All right, so let's get this guy down to transformation. He transforms exactly how Skywarp and Starscream did. So without further ado, so hopefully I get all this in one shot since he does get quite big. I'm going to take the null rays off just to get them out of the way. Also, just to point out, aftermarket Decepticon stickers. All right, so first things first, we're going to flip this down to get that out of the way. We'll get the knees down. We're going to... Now, this is an issue. I think I pointed out in Skywarps as well. You know, this one's nice and flat. It's always this side, and I don't know why. Anyway, so we'll unplug all that. Flip that up. Flip those down. Rotate. Oops. Just like Skywarp, that pops off. Also, I have good news. I didn't break this one. So he's still in one piece. I'm going to fold that down. We'll quickly do the other one. So untab, untab, fold up. It'll make this a little bit easier. Down, down, around, and down. Like so. And just get that hinge up. Alright, we'll untab this a little bit. If they haven't already, these will untab. They just come into the hand and extend the waist as far as it can, just sort of getting it under the fists. We're going to untab these. We want to open up the leg. I've got my camera a little bit closer to me than usual, so I'm just making sure that everything's in place. This comes forward, and you want a tab that's on the inside of the knee pressed into the front, and you want to keep this straight. So if you've got that straight, you'll have it in place. Now, what you want to do is fold this. Oh, oops. Is it that part? This side? This side. Oh, I know exactly why I was seeing that wrong. Slide this up, fold that down. Now, you can fold all this over and leave this down. I don't like doing it. But that will all tab in, so piece at the back there. And just wrap that around. If you heard that bell, that's just part of my dinner. So, just fold that out. I'll probably have to fix up it a little bit better. Don't twirl these, you're just going to break them off. So, that's one leg all done. And that makes that two. So, we'll slide the pelvis down for the moment. Get this back out of the way. And before we do any more of this, we'll need to deal with some of this. So as long as things aren't plugged in back there, you should be able to give you some room. I'm going to flip these up, like I said, whoops, didn't even see any of that. I've just flipped these up. Excuse me. Like I said in the Skywarp, once you hit the max height, don't go any further. You're going to snap this out. All right, so we're going to flip out the arms. There's those hands again. They should have left the hands unmodified. Just leave them alone. And we'll rotate these down. We can just lift them up to, if we need a bit more room. Doesn't need to be fixed quite yet. And we want to flip these down and rotate these around. Well, would help if I slide his shoulder up. Alright, so keep that out, slide that up, keep that out. The only reason I'm showing so much is because I've pretty much got this transformation almost in my head. So it's not that hard. Alright, so, whoops, sorry for the squeak. Now pop those open and we'll get to the nose cone. So, what we want to do is we want to pop this out so that untabs onto here. Come here, we're going to fold this out. Actually, we might better do this first. We'll rotate this around, just pull that up, and pull this forward just enough here, which is a little tight, and just try to get all that rotated, because that's how it's going to have to sit anyway. Alright, so that saves us a step. Rotate that, slide that up, try to get the sides of this untabbed. Once it's tabbed in, it's tight as. Come on. Trust me, it's not as awkward as I'm making it look. It is actually a lot easier. Pop his head out. And then that can slide all up there. This can go back here. Inside. And then we'll try to get the front done. So we're going to pop this out as far as it'll go. You're going to accordion this so that this, where is it? This little piece is basically going to go inside. So down, up, down, and that gives you this flat piece here. All right. We're going to bring this down, so this has to come all the way down. Make sure it's all the way, otherwise you're not going to get flush here. So you just basically want to keep, and it has an accordion bit, you want this piece to go back here. So grey down, black up. As long as those things don't get out of the way. And then they can come to the back. Like I said, just push it down as far as it'll go. Just don't put too much effort force onto that, otherwise it's going to break them. Alright, then we can bring down these to lock them in place. These are going to come down. Now this is one of the things, here's your tab. Here's your tab, here's your port. If it doesn't line up properly, it hasn't come down far enough. Thankfully, mine has. Voila and voila. So, we're going to flip up the side skirts to here and to here, and we're going to accordion that down so we got a nice little flush. We can come back here, flip up these. You might have to flex the plastic just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. And I think honestly his wings actually tab in better than Starscream's or Skywarp's. And then we can just extend the arms as far as they'll go. Be very careful on the fingers because everything's going to come apart otherwise. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on the fingers very much because for a minute there I thought I felt my me pinky has literally twisted around trying to get it out. I'm not going to go on. I think I said enough in the Skywarp video. They should have left it alone. I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't. And now I'm stuck with fully articulated fingers that are shit. So there we go. So there is Thundercracker. Which I don't know why my camera's all at a weird angle. Oops. And I'm also trying to slip my camera down a little bit. So there is Thundercracker in his transformation. Of course, we can take the tips out of the null rays and put the proper guns in. And then you go back in the container, despite the fact one of them just fell onto the floor. And we, of course, can tab those. You can, of course, just leave the null rays normally if you want to have them like that in the sort of a G1 more toy accurate. Because I think they did have them, but I'm looking to get the reissue Starscream, but I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, so there is Thundercracker. I never show the backs. I don't know why. I just never do it. But yeah, you got these pieces and everything. And you can hide these, but it's up to you if you want to do that. And of course, if things are a little bit off, it's probably because that's in the way. So there you go. He does look lovely. He does look nice. I do like all these three. I just wish they'd left the hands the way they were. And of course, excuse me, you can, I can't remember if I said it in the afterthoughts video. These are more specific, what's the word? I had it almost in my head. Almost more specific ratchets, whereas the Starscream's loose. I think I mentioned that. But basically, there you go. So he can shoot some Autobots with his null rays. My knees are a little bit further forward because I don't think I have his feet far enough down. But that's how it works. And of course, you can make him fly, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. If you want me to literally work that out for you, let me know, and I'll look it up and maybe do a short video. So of course you can fiddle those how you want, but if you pull these back too far, you're gonna pop them out. So it's up to you. And of course you can lift them higher by leaving that pin there. So there we go. So let's get down to some final comparisons. Here he is with Megatron, although my legs are a little bit messed up because I had to move him and he kind of fell down. So there he is with Megatron. My hips aren't quite far enough forward. So there we go. There's MP36. Part of me is tempted to buy another a knockoff third-party MP or something. But I still like it. And of course, the trio. We have Meteor, their Starscream. I'm probably going to need a little bit more room than that. So Meteor, their Starscream. And of course, Stormcrow, their Skywarp. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful to see the Seekers together. I'm pretty damn sure also that he should have purple hands, but that's neither here nor there. I reckon that's pretty much the thing of it, is like, oh, we've got two sets of black hands. So, and as for joints and everything, yeah, I'm not going to start that. I said that in the other video. I'm going to end up repeating myself. But there is the Seekers. I do have Dirge. If you haven't seen that video, that's somewhere on my playlist somewhere. I have got Thrust and Ramjet pre-ordered. I'm just waiting for them to show up one day. But these guys look amazing together. So regardless of him being broken and issues I have with their hands, they look just stunning together. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the Maketoys Seekers, whether you think they're absolute crap and you wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole, or they are your idyllic representation of Seekers. As before, as I said, have a Merry Christmas, or whatever it is you celebrate. I'm not going to go into specifics. You celebrate what you celebrate, simple as that. And I happen to celebrate Christmas. But thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas, have a happy holiday, keep safe, and I will catch you in the next video.